My name is Frey Holland. I do not know how I got here. I am exhausted. I am starving, and all I want is to go home. You're the one who stood up for me in court. Why are you doing this?
Because I believe you. But we must hurry. My father researched the phenomenon known as the Tirana extensively.
Tirana?
The tunnel of light you traveled through? I believe his work holds the answers you need. I could give you his findings, and...
Here it comes.
In return, I want you to find his research notes on the break. They are...
In the break, right? Robian? I am looking at a goddamn ghost. How are you alive? Everybody thinks you're dead.
Someone must pay for such treacheries!
Tanta Sila,
Stand aside!
listen to me!
No.
Behold the countless fallen, and all because of this demon. You saw what she did. She will kill us all. Surely, Councilwoman Bellet. Surely you agree with me.
Yes, seize her.
No. This young woman is our protector. She'll save us.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Forspoken. My name is RaisinBran. So, in the last episode, well, we can actually just go to the journal and we can just, read what it states. So, as you know, we did break out of jail. We did find some help from a lovely person of the name of Auden. She helped us escape the prison that the people of Cipal locked us in, and basically told us that there was a way that we can leave, go back to New York, but the only thing that we needed to do is we needed to help find her father's research in one of the guilds that was like pretty far away. Since apparently the break, it doesn't have any effect on us. Why that is, we'll get back to that hopefully at some point as we progress in this game, because there's just a lot of mystery that we just don't know about this game. So we go to the guild while also exploring a labyrinth along the way. But we go to a guild and we find out that her father, Robian, is still alive. We brought him back to Cipal. But then as we came back to Cipal, Tanta Sila, one of the 4 Tantas who rule Athia, was looking for me. Ooh, was she looking for me? And she did some unspeakable things, like the death of Olivia, the little pickpocket girl, who died in the last episode. That was very unexpected. So, yes. So, just too crazy. Before I do any of that, is there any other new magic abilities that I can acquire at this time? Yes. Let's get Leech. Nice. I do like that. That does sound very nice. Alright, great. Allows you to use your crafting skills to turn break shards into shards of other type. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Rarefy. Allows you to use your crafting skills to combine break shards at the same time to improve them. Wow, that's actually pretty nifty. How much is that? 42? I'll keep that in mind, because that's going to definitely be something really useful. Alright, in terms of gear, I think gear we're perfectly fine. Can I do another set of nails? Is that purposely fine? Yes, it is. Attack spells charge more quick. Yeah, let's do this. Perfect. So now we've got our nails all painted, ready to go. All the works and all of that. Beautiful. There's a crafting table here. Can I Healing Drow. Yes, let's do that. Can I upgrade some things? Yes, like so, and yep, we're good. Alrighty. I feel good. Let us progress.
Good morning, Frey. Here are the notes on the Tirana I promised you.
Look, about our deal. Your dad's journals all got burnt up in the guild when we escaped.
It's fine. Frey, you brought him back. That's far more important. That is more than I could ever have hoped for. Here.
Thank you. So, where can I find Sila?
You should visit the archives in Upper Cipal. You'll be able to find out more about her there.
The archives. Got it.
Alden, sorry to bother you, but I just saw your father wandering off.
Forgive me, Frey. I need to go and find him.
Alright. A white journal containing Robian's notes on the phenomena known as Tirana. One of its pages reads as follows. Much remains mysterious about the Tirana. They make instantaneous locomotion possible by altering space and time, but precisely how, I cannot say. The energy required to open one is enormous. It increases exponentially the farther one wishes to travel. And yet I cannot help but wonder, by channeling enough power into one, can we reach another continent, perhaps another world? Alright. So, notes on the break. One of the red journals that contained Robian's extensive research. In the deal she struck with Auden, Frey agreed to retrieve Robian's journals detailing his work on the corruption for the Cognitions Guild and Praenost in exchange for notes on the Tirana. Sadly, unexpected interference from silent soldiers. Okay, cool. So, all things that we've read. The dump, the Council of Cipal. Yes, I think we got all of that. The Shady Tree was that bar we went to, right? Yeah, yep. The break in the body. Yes. And if you want to pause the video to, like, pause these, you can absolutely do that. For sure, so you can learn more about it. Yes, and these were all from the very beginning of the game. Beautiful.
Right. Off to the archives we go.
I am kind of worried about Bob, though. He is my ticket out of here.
Do what you want. But remember, we have a Tanta to defeat.
Oh yeah, because, Sila, she's gonna get what she's gonna get after her, because she killed Olivia along with other peasants. She's gonna get what she's gonna get. She's gonna get what she's done. She can't do that. She just can't do that. Doink. Alright. Let's see if there's anybody who is interested in wanting to talk to me today.
You're Frey, aren't you? The one who used her amazing powers to drive back the monsters.
Maybe.
I'm Pilo. Can't believe I'm talking to the hero who saved the city.
I'm not a hero. Not now, never will be. Did you want something?
Just wondering if there's anything I can do. I don't know, I could... Hey, I could show you around town. You haven't been here long, right?
A guided tour, what an excellent idea. Certainly couldn't hurt to get the lay of the
No,
land.
thanks, but I'm not in the mood.
Oh, don't say that! Look, I'll be waiting for you, alright? When you're ready, just let me know.
Alrighty, so detours, aka side quests. If you visit certain marked locations or talk to marked NPCs, you can occasionally take on special side quests. As the story progresses, these may become unavailable. Well, Pilo really
Bob might have gotten to.
wants us to do this, so we might as
Decided
well.
to take me up on my offer?
Yes. Show me around.
Okay, bet. Give me the tour.
Great! This is great! Alright. We'll start at the square in the lower city. This way.
How delightful.
Come on, follow me.
Following.
The lower city is where all the refugees live. And the square, here, is its heart.
Are you a refugee?
My parents were. I was born here.
In the days before the break, Cipal was much more than a quiet collection of buildings standing serenity amid the beauty of nature. Despite the ravages of time and recent events, Obrana Square retains the tranquility of this peaceful past, with its sweeping stairway and dignified stone pillars creating a sense of airy openness. Townspeople gather here at all hours of this day to exchange goods and information, or just to pass the time.
Cipal are born and bred, huh?
Anyone my age or younger pretty much has to be.
Interesting. Let me see what's going on here. Hi, kids.
You're young Olivia's friend. Elif, this is the girl Olivia was talking about.
The amazing girl?
Oh, come on. I wouldn't go that far.
Olivia used to look after my elf a lot, you know. But I never heard her talk about another grown-up like she did you. You must have been very special to her.
You think so?
And she was special to you too, I imagine. Ha! She was forever stealing things, and she never listened to anyone. But then, I suppose that's what made her such a little character. And such a handful.
She was just doing what she needed to survive.
Something tells me you know a little bit about that yourself.
Guess you could say that. We were even more alike than I realized.
Tanta Sila was a mighty warrior. I'd watch yourself out there if I were you.
Ah, the musician again.
Hello, Frey.
Hi, do you have another song for me?
I was just pondering the fleeting nature of life. One moment, we are laughing together, not a care in the world. The next, we are naught but dust on the wind. What good can come of love in such a time? Surely it can only end in tragedy.
I hate to say it, but you might be right.
Some music, perhaps? Though I fear it will do precious little to lift the mood.
Sure. I mean, I love music, so just
Then allow me to perform the horrible terror of Praenost.
He really needs some help naming these.
Praenost is a harsh and unforgiving land. Not all who make the journey there are fortunate enough to escape a fiery fate. And for those they leave behind, not remains but emptiness. You would do well to take care if you plan on venturing there yourself.
Not exactly the most illuminating of ditties, was it? That's the trouble with these arty types. Very little in the way of practical advice.
What do you mean? Praenost bad, stay away. That was pretty much the message, right?
Are you saying that artists are not practical?
Shall we?
You better watch it. We can be very practical. You better watch what you're saying, Gabe. More likely, Cuff. Alrighty. What do we have here?
Around here's basically our turf.
A shame it's barely fit for human habitation.
Do the buildings around here just not get fixed?
Sometimes. but we're not a priority down here. The upper city comes first. And that, and then everything else.
That sucks.
Up there is where we get our water.
I've seen that already. Thank you, though.
Oh, really? All right, then. Let me show you something else.
Okay. What are you planning on showing me then, Philo?
It's downright frightening, it is. Fancy letting someone like that roam the streets unsupervised. Hey, Mommy! Mommy! Look, the lady!
Shush you! And you don't go near her, you hear?
Hey, that's no way to...
It's cool. I'm used to it.
Shame. I was rather hoping to see that fiery temper of yours in action.
Petty, small-minded gossips! Although, I suppose it is pretty frightening. With your power, you could turn the whole town on its head just like that. Yeah, you're something else, all right.
Not this shit again. I'm nobody. Get over it already.
Hey, do you like animals?
They're all right, I guess.
Great! You like this, then?
Kiski Meadow is where we're heading. What is a Kiski Meadow? Where are we going? I'm right behind you. Keep going. Oh, that's pretty.
Over here is where we keep all the livestock. We don't get to eat meat very often, but we do all right, I suppose. Hey, you can't create food out of thin air, can you? Never mind.
Alrighty, while this peaceful pasture with its free-roaming sheep might be relaxing in another setting, its proximity to the city graveyard lends it an eerie air that keeps most visitors at bay. Meat is hard to come by in Cipal these days, and despite trying to increase output, all attempts have been met with misfortune of one kind or another, be it disease or outright theft.
The big open area is the graveyard. Rich or poor, we all end up there in the end.
A farm and a cemetery. You don't see that often.
Really? It's quite a good arrangement. The animals help keep the grass down. Come on, let's go and take a closer look.
Okay.
They're not shy, that's for sure.
Well, we don't get many new faces in town. Hey, why don't you try feeding them?
Really? Is that allowed?
Of course! Wait here. I'll go and grab some food.
Okay. Now we're feeding the sheep. But we're still on the tour. So there's that as well. Try feeding hungry sheep and feeding them. Alrighty.
Just go up to one of them and hold out your hand.
Alright, I fed the sheep.
This guy's a mess. You don't bathe them?
Oh, we try. But that one just loves his mud baths.
Fluffy.
Alright, well I hope you enjoyed me feeding sheep because I wasn't intending on it. But here we are. I'll take it.
Our savior's favorite farm. Has kind of a ring to it. Don't you think? I might put up a sign. Right. I suppose it's time I showed you the upper city. It's back the way we came and up the stairs. Or did you want to look around a bit more first?
Let's go up. continue the tour so that we can continue on with our side questing.
Can I ask you something? Your powers. Could you give me a quick demonstration?
Absolutely not. You're not some street performer.
Look, I'm sorry, but they're not for show.
Ah, really? I was hoping you'd give me another look. But I guess I've seen enough. Adi is as good as saved already.
How many fucking times do I have to tell you? I'm not your savior. So,
Little harsh.
this is where the rich folks live.
Yep. And they get the best food, the nicest clothes, and the safest part of the city to themselves. They get to run everything just because of who they are. Best not to think about it.
Ah, the accident of birth. Curse you, cruel fate.
Her. Oh, don't even look at her.
Ugh, don't even talk.
What business does someone like that have in this part of the city?
So rude.
That boy is here again.
Ugh,
Ignore him. He'll clear off soon enough.
ugh, mind your own business.
Only if she does something.
Ugh,
Of course she will.
stop it with your prejudice. You're so just.
This is the Tower of... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Hey, don't worry about it. Let's maybe not go in for the full tour, though.
Alright, let's just continue on.
Trust. It's not our place to question the infinite wisdom of the council.
You're going to enjoy me and you're going to like it, whether you like it or not. Oh my.
This is the mausoleum. Our souls come here when we die.
What are you doing here? And you? You belong in the lower city.
Yes! You have no right to be here. Neither of you. Be gone!
Of all the people to run into.
Frey saved the city! If anyone deserves to be here, it's her! If she wanted, she could turn you to ashes in a heartbeat! But she'd never do that. Isn't that right, Frey?
Okay, can you fucking let it go already?
What? What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
If you want to save your city, do it your fucking self. You're not dragging me into this.
Well, alright then. This ancient structure is older than Cipal itself, though nobody knows when exactly it was built. It is more than just a building to the Athenians, who believe that the souls of the departed come here to rest for all eternity. The precise origin of this belief is unclear, but generations of Athenians have treated the mausoleum as a place of worship and reflection, and to this day, visitors can be seen offering up thanks and prayers.
What about our tour? There's so much still to see.
I don't need a stupid fucking tour.
Well, damn. So much for that. I guess we'll go back down. There seems to be another side quest over there. Can always see what that is when I come back down. After finishing this.
Please, Frey, wait!
Listen, okay? I never said I'd help you. With anything. Ever. Got that?
I'm sorry. I got carried away, I suppose. Look, let me take you to one last place.
Fuck no.
Come on, please.
I'm not sure he's going to take no for an answer.
one look at whatever the hell it is, and I'm out.
Thank you so much! Come on, it's this way!
I guess we're still touring. Oh, goody goody.
Wait, what the hell is this?
Thank you so much for saving the city!
Oh, Mom said we're not supposed to talk to you, but you helped us.
Thank you, Frey.
They've been wanting so badly to show you how grateful they are.
It was nothing.
That's not true. And you know it. We're all in your debt. Me included.
Wait, is this why you came and found me in the first place?
Pilo! You better not let me find you slacking off, you little runt.
Oh, no!
Where the heck are you? Get here! Now!
Oh, no! It's the boss! Sorry, Frey. I have got to go.
Alrighty. Bunch of flowers Frey received from the children as a thank you for protecting the city. La 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 la. Cool. But that was a sweet gesture.
What an excitable young man.
You know, I've never gotten flowers before.
And let's hope it never happens again, shall we?
Alrighty. Well, I think now it is safe to say that we can progress. But there's also, I think there's another one here. Can always see what this is. Oh, it's a kitty!
I'm so glad they have cats in Athia too. Let's see.
Chase those cats. Okay. Chasing the black and white cat part.
Worth chasing it down, perhaps.
Okay. We're gonna follow a cat, I guess. Alright. I'm okay with this. Come back here! Oh, you're going through those people. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're just spinning in circles. Whoa! Where are we going, buddy? Where are we going?
Wait, it stopped.
Oh. Puppet. Once a common sight in Athia, these wooden dolls are now quite the rarity. Generations of Athians grew up with puppets for playthings, and they were once as plentiful as they were indicative of the markers' diverse backgrounds and personalities. Now, however, there is no one to make one, which has driven their value up considerably. Puppets are precious hand-carved wooden dolls. There may be someone out there willing to trade them for
You
other
let me here on
goods.
purpose, didn't you?
I liked that one. That's very nice. Thank you, Mr. Precious. Precious little feline. Alrighty.
Can I get you something?
What is that?
What's this?
It's a Partha from Janoon.
So they're like Athian dice?
They're made of animal bones. You roll one, and if it lands on one of the little symbol things, you're in for a lucky day.
Ooh, a game
Wow.
of chance.
Sounds fun.
I want to play.
Oh, that's all it is. No one takes it too seriously.
Well, I do, so
Go on, give it a go.
I'm gonna give it a go. I take things seriously, bro. Alrighty. Why not? Roll the Partha. Shield. Temporarily boosts Frey's defense. Nice! See, that's worth.
Why not try your luck again tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Oh, but I want to do it again!
I want to check to see if Bob's doing okay. Let's look around town and see if we can find him.
As you wish.
Oh yeah, I should probably go... Whoosh. Probably this way. Yes. As that's where we need to go for the main quest. Alrighty, the Grove. I wonder where we could possibly be finding Robian. He would be so common just to see. Is that... Who's flailing their arm over there? Who's... I don't know how that works, but sure, I'm not gonna let you... I'm not gonna disrupt what you're doing. I believe in you all.
Please, you've got to stop this at once.
Sounds like trouble.
Oh boy. What do we have here? Oh, it's Robian.
What's going on here?
So Robian's trying to desecrate a lovely old ballow tree. He's, got himself a mite worked up.
You blue and the bloomers too!
We tried explaining to him that he can't just run amok in the grove like this. That there is our last fallow.
All right, just cut him some slack, okay? He's been living in the break for the past 20 years. He's just taking some time to adjust. He'll be back to himself soon.
You keep telling yourself that.
Father! Father!
It's Odin.
Odin? Odin? My dear girl, what are you doing here? I was supposed to see you there. I cannot see you there if you are here.
It's all right. I will take you there, and we will be there together. Apologies.
Be a good man, Sir Robian, and hand it over.
Please, Father, give it to them. Please. Thank you. We'll take it from here.
Just make sure that he doesn't.
He won't. You have my word.
Oh, Odin. I'm such a fool.
You are no fool. I believe in you. I told them you wouldn't harm the tree, but I never said that I wouldn't. Now is our chance.
Once again, breaking the law.
I don't do it proudly. But all I do is for Athia. And if my father believes this could help, then I believe it too.
Hey, Bob.
Strange young girl from another world.
Yeah. I, have your notes on the portals. The Tirana?
Ooh my, he's much worse than I believed.
Forgive me. My mind's a little wibbly-wobbly, wobbly-wibbly.
Voosh?
Huh? Voosh? Voosh? Voosh?
Yes, Voosh! I need to Voosh back home, where I came from, after I kill this crazy lady. If I survive.
You will?
I will go back home, or I will kill the crazy lady.
Both.
One or the other. Maybe both. Maybe neither. Ugh. Who's to know?
Sounds promising.
Yes. Yes, yes, I promise. I will work on making you Voosh. You have my word.
Terrific. The word of a senile old has-been. Ironclad.
Great.
What am I doing in the grove?
Let's get you home.
Audie!
Yes. Come on.
Catch you guys later. Hey, Cuff. Speaking of Bob, how come he didn't turn into a zombie? He came right through the break with us.
I'd say he was mostly break zombie already, wouldn't you?
Strange how Auden seems to love Bob so much.
Strange? Why?
Well, I don't exactly think the world of my parents. I guess being left on your own for years doesn't hit everybody the same way.
And why should it? Humans are horrendously complex creatures, after all.
Just a little bit.
Olivia. Barely knew the kid, but she just stuck with me. She had fire.
And now it's been extinguished. Somebody has to pay. Let us proceed to the archives, then.
It's in the upper city, right? What's with this weird tree?
Interestingly, I don't think it looks like that because of the break.
This blue glow. What's that about?
The essence of life distilled, if some are to be believed.
Hello?
It's about Cerobian. Actually, it's about everything. The city, too. We owe you our thanks. Had you not been here, who knows how many more would have suffered?
I could have done more.
Please. I know you are in pain. But you must not lose heart. The bard at the square, Wallace. Do you know him?
Maybe.
He may be a frivolous, nonsensical sort of person, but his talent is undeniable. Perhaps a tune might do you good. Truly, his music has the power to soothe the soul.
Wait, you're not telling me she's... Really? That foppish nonsense?
Are we admiring him?
No! I am nothing of the sort. His music gives me a certain courage, that's all. A sense that it may not be altogether foolish to hope for a brighter tomorrow.
Wow, I guess I'll have to listen harder.
You plan to face Tanta Sila, do you not?
I do.
Those of my line have long been her most faithful protectors. Though such a legacy is no longer one to speak of with pride. Take care. She is not to be trifled with.
Oh, we're gonna mess up. Oh! Okay.
Beautiful sword
I
maiden
love getting
and
free
the foppish
experience from
bard,
just
eh?
talking with people.
What a pair.
Yeah, it's like the plot of a corny romance novel.
I love free experience. It is what I thrive on.
Might I suggest learning a little more about Sila before we depart?
I'm going to the archives, am I not? Yeah? It's where we are going. Like, my gosh. Just making sure that nobody has any other side quests before we go. That one with the cat was pretty cute. Hello. Oh.
We cannot leave the city yet. How are we to defeat an enemy we know nothing?
Well, hold on. We're in the archives.
Huh. So these are the archives.
Catch!
Whoa! What is this? And who are you?
I'm the archivist. Auden told me you were clever. How do you not know what a book is?
No, I know what a book is. You don't look like an archivist.
You don't look like a hero.
That's because I'm not.
I used to be a blacksmith before. Built weapons for the very woman that raided our city. She and I were quite close. She trusted me, and I trusted her.
Sorry.
No matter, it was another time. She was another woman, as was I. Keep up!
Is everybody in this town batshit crazy? Okay, so how do you go from a blacksmith to a librarian?
Archivist! And a smart woman knows when to shift her purpose for the needs of her people. Catch!
What is this?
It's the floor plan of Sila's castle.
What are you, my fairy godmother?
Name's Johidi. You're the one that's planning on facing off with Sila.
Well, the name's Frey, and it sounds like you don't think I'm up to the task.
Tanta Sila is the strongest and most formidable of all the Tantas.
Oh,
She
good.
controlled the army, crushing the weak, even without the weapons that I forged for her. Crushing them with her bare hands.
I'm beginning to have second thoughts about this.
This batty old harridan needs to shut her mouth.
You would be doing our land a great service by killing her. Rid us of Tanta Sila, and the corruption in her realm will stop spreading. But no. I doubt you'll actually succeed.
You don't even
Before
know
you go,
me.
I would suggest that you learn all that you can about the Tantas. The archives, full of books about them.
Definitely not my fairy godmother.
Okay. The floor plan of Praenost Castle Johidi gave to Frey was originally drafted as the castle was being built, and as such, may not be an exact representation of its final layout. The stronghold looks like to be nigh on impenetrable, with walls capable of keeping almost any enemy at bay. Although, interestingly, a narrow passage appears to lead from the walls right to the throne room at the castle's heart. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna do some reading to learn more about the Tantas before we depart. For as long as anyone can remember, a land has been ruled over by the Tantas. Blessed be their names. It is not for us to know how their powers came to be. We need only give thanks for the countless occasions on which they have delivered us from catastrophe. Greatest and most notable among such acts of deliverance being their purge of the nefarious Redig. They deserve nothing less than our unquestioning love and respect, for it is they who make us Athian.
So they used to rule Athia, and people used to like them.
Yes, although you'd never guess that now.
Interesting.
You're here to read, you say?
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, it's just no one in Cipal has any interest in books these days.
Well, then they're lame, because reading is good for you. Bruh. Alright, here's a book. I plan on learning all the material needed to go on my journey. Alright, the fall of the Tantas. Without warning, our former protectors became our oppressors. The difference in their conduct was stark and perplexing. They were aggressive, hateful, warped mockeries of their former selves. Tanta Sila and Prav suddenly trusted no one, going so far as to intentionally harm innocents. Tanta Sinta and Olas vanished entirely, abandoning their subjects to the encroaching corruption. This is the sad state of Athia today, a land governed by no one, and ruled by nothing but fear.
Can't say I envy these people. Their rulers did some super fucked up shit.
I doubt many of them would disagree.
Yeah, that's good to know. Still need to learn more about the Tantas, so I plan on reading every single book that I possibly can about them. Because these are going to be the leaders. I guess we're going to go after not only Sila, but the other three as well. Alright, the corruption's creep. As the corruption continued to ravage our lands, robbing us of our food, our homes, and even our lives, we prayed for the Tantas to save us, as they had saved Athia so many times before. And yet, even as we trembled with fear, the cognisance told us what we could not bring ourselves to believe, that the corruption was coming from the very castles of the Tantas themselves, and that our former protectors may be the source of the blight that assailed us.
Wait, it was the Tantas who caused the break? What the hell happened to them?
I think more than a few of their former subjects came to wonder the same thing.
It did say in one of those books about the fear of Redig. Could Redig possibly be back? Question mark, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? We're educating ourselves. We're getting all the lore, the knowledge, and everything that we need. Alright. Perhaps one of Athia's greatest mysteries is the truth behind the locked labyrinths found across the land. It is not known precisely what magic keeps them sealed. The Tantas may well have locked them themselves, as they are the only ones who have ever been known to enter. I entered one in the last episode. They are rumored to be treacherous places guarded by terrifying beasts. As for what these beasts may be trying to protect, legend has it that ancient relics lie in the bowels of each one, alongside writings left by the first Tanta herself.
That thing we read, it was written by the first ever Tanta.
And it sounds like there might still be more of them to find.
And
Wouldn't
if I
hurt to
find
learn
one,
more.
I'm gonna do one.
Guess we could keep an eye out.
That was fun. I liked doing the labyrinths. The labyrinths were
So,
fun.
the Tantas had superpowers that they used to keep Athia safe. And the people loved them for it. Worshipped them, even. But then something changed. Instead of protecting the people, they started making them suffer. And then the break appeared.
An admirably pithy précis.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why would they just go crazy like that? That's enough for now. Think I'm pretty clued up on the Tanta basics.
But I
Then
want to
I
read
suggest we
more.
depart.
I'm reading more.
Let's see. A study of miracles.
It appears to be an in-depth analysis of what makes the Tanta's magic so powerful.
It's good to know, darling. Spellcraft challenges. You can find the details of challenges through which Frey's spells can be improved in ancient books dotted around Athia. Pick a spell, accept the related challenge, and meet the conditions in order to upgrade that spell. Oh, no way. Interesting. Builds up power and damage. Build up power and damage enemies. 10. Oh my gosh. Defeat enemies that are vulnerable to Frey's magic. Okay. Absorb health from enemies. Wow, this is pretty nifty if I do say so myself. Alrighty. Improve stamina recovery rate in Purple Magic 1. That's actually pretty good. Boost damage. Purple Magic 1. Improve stamina recovery rate. Purple Magic 1. I think we're gonna do the one for flow. And we're gonna
I
go
wonder if you might learn something from it. Pick up some tips and tricks for your own magic, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. I could use the help.
It's so, like, elaborate. I love it. Alrighty. Let us, let's talk to her again.
Oh, I meant to say, that was good. What you did for Robian. Haven't seen Alden that happy in a long time.
You two friends?
She tells me things. She's been coming here ever since she could read. She told me all about you. So, which is it? Do you want to go home? Or do you want to be a hero? Doesn't matter what you want now.
Oh yeah? How do you figure?
The people have decided to believe in you, so you better not let them down. Now clear off. I've got things to do.
Okay.
Huh? What's this?
A nugget. Oh, we know what those are.
The sly old devil must have slipped it in there when you weren't looking.
That's very useful for upgrading our stuff. Yes, very much. Alrighty, well, now that we've acquired our Tanta knowledge, now we can progress and go from there. Be merry, be happy. All the good things and the bad things. Alrighty. Let's just continue and let's progress and let's make our way out of this place.
Anything else you need to do before we leave? hurry up if you're still not done with what you need to do here.
I think we're good. New detours are available on the map. There is. Oh, I see. There's 2 detours. Well, I'm honestly perfectly content with
I doubt there are
progressing.
many places for criminals to hide in a town this small.
Another kitty!
Not much in the way of crowds to slip into either.
All in all, not the best place to exercise one's villainous urges.
Alright, let's continue. Let's progress.
Thank you, Frey! Really, thank you!
Of course, darling. Hello?
You? What are you still doing in Cipal? You will not escape Tanta Sila's wrath, you know. Her enemies receive no quarter. None.
Is she from Praenost? Seems rather keen on Sila.
Maybe she can tell us more about her.
Alright, let's do it. Just how powerful is she?
She is the Tanta of strength, blessed with the power to fortify both mind and body.
That sounds tricky to deal with.
And her gifts do not end there. She is a leader under whose unflinching discipline whole armies cower. Her mere presence on the battlefield is enough to strike terror into the hearts of her enemies.
Okay, I get it. She's one stone-cold, badass bitch.
You trespassed upon her realm. You are a threat, and as such, are not to be tolerated.
Of course.
Just because I walked over some imaginary line? Shit, should have brought a passport.
There is no just when it comes to trespass on sacred ground, girl. Especially not when the ground in question belongs to one so powerful. It was your fault the city was attacked. Tanta Sila wished only to drive out the threat.
And she clearly wasn't the only one.
I don't know about that. Okay. But what was she like before she
was
went
hard
mad?
on others, but no harder than she was on herself. Beneath that stern exterior lies a warmer heart. Her desire to protect the people of Athia. This is what drives her.
Protect? Is that what you call smashing shit up and killing people?
What use is there in talking to one as corrupted as you?
Sorry I asked. Why do I even care who she is or who she used to be? She killed Olivia. That's all that matters.
As long as you remain, the city remains in danger. Tanta Sila may yet be forced to destroy us all. You must go to her and be punished for your crimes.
Oh, I'll go to her, all right. And when I find her, she's dead.
Free experience just from talking. Just saying. Worth it.
Oi, miss!
Huh?
My friend told me you have a strange glowing object you keep in your pocket.
How do you know about that?
You mean this?
What is that?
It's called a smartphone. How do I put this? It's like a thing that lets you talk to people far away, or turn what you see into pictures.
Whoa! Does that mean it could turn what you see into pictures of outside support?
Yeah, I guess.
I've only seen drawings of the outside in books. Could you bring us pictures?
I don't see why not. Just don't expect too much, okay? I'm not a great photographer.
I don't know what that is, but thank you. I'm so excited.
Okay. I guess we'll take photos.
Okay, so maybe not worth crap.
Alright, take pictures at the photo spots marked on the map so you can show them to the children. The more pictures you take, the more photo mode features you'll unlock. Oh, nice.
Not really a big camera person, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure they'd be delighted with anything you show them. It's not like they have much else to look forward to. Perhaps it wouldn't be so bad to stop by on occasion, lend them a little cheer.
You're right. It won't cost me much, and I bet it would mean a lot to them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got a nice, like, new little detour. I love it. Alright, here we go. Nice. I like the mana. Give me more mana.
Are you ready then?
Yeah. Time to go kill that bitch.
I like where your mind's thinking. That is far. And that is also far. Oh, that's far. Oh, good lord. Oh my god. That is far. Where is that? Oh my lordy. Well, I think we can just travel and we can just...
We have a long journey ahead of us. I suggest we make our way to the fortress first. It's not too far from the castle.
You really do know everything, don't you?
No, I simply happen to have looked at the map.
Really quickly before I progress onward, let me see what I can do magic-wise. Screen. Surround yourself with stones that defend against enemy attacks. Ooh, girl. Fire seeds into enemies. Yes. Yes, yes. I'm gonna actually hold on to the mana and see what else I can get with it when it comes time to use the mana. Work! Whoosh! Work, baby, work. Alright, well, it seems like we're gonna be going down.
What the fuck is down there?
Somewhere a little more dangerous than our usual haunts, but you'll be fine.
Alright, let's take this photo.
Let's do it. Alrighty. Should be fine. Oh, I see. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what am I doing?
Passable.
I'm taking photos.
Quite the lucky find indeed.
Indeed. Alright. One day, not so long after the miasma first encroached upon Praenost, a traveling merchant arrived in the village of Legatus, only to find that not a soul was to be seen, until he looked up to the roof of a nearby building, that is, and spied a great winged something, black as night, and utterly terrifying to behold. No sooner had he seen it than he turned tail and ran, and he didn't stop running until he reached Cipal. At least that's what he told everyone when he got there. Interesting.
Might as well pocket this.
Can I
What was I gonna make again?
Yes. 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 Now I can carry 9, so work, bitch. Alright, let's see. Can't do anything. Already fully upgraded? Oh, dang. Really? That's crazy to me. Alrighty. Well, I can't upgrade anything, so that's perfectly fine. Now I can carry 9 healing drops. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, I see there's like mana spots here, so we can get these real quick. When you get free mana, we get free mana. Work. Did I do that one over there? I see in the distance. My gosh, that was a lot to deal with. Oh my lord. There's nail design there. Ah, oh, there's a cloak? Yes. We're doing it, baby.
Got him.
Alright, let's go.
Wonder what happened here.
I hesitate to even hazard a guess.
Just think. People used to live here. Fuck. I can make something serious.
Alrighty. Ever forbidden passion through the alchemy of self-sacrifice may become true love in time. The woman with the power beyond that of man was alone, and from this great solitude came great wisdom. The man, foolish and rash, allowed himself to be consumed with passion for her nonetheless. He would do anything for her, he said, would give anything, even his life. But the woman with the power beyond that of man refused him. That was not what she wanted, she said.
Didn't think there'd be anything left here. Never mind a book.
And you're going to read it? It's got dead person on it.
Visoria is a land of shepherds, and shepherds' fortunes are made from the selling of sheep. We have a few too many, don't you think? Said one brother to another. That I do, his brother replied, and so they set out to market. But with so many sheep to wrangle, the going soon became painfully slow. It'll take forever this way, said one brother to another. And having pondered the problem for a little while, the other replied, then we shall split the flock in 2.
Look at this.
Yes, lovely. Our friend must have been a reader.
Wonder what it says.
Would you mind moving the wandering outside?
Oh, God!
How are you feeling?
God, that scared
a lot
me.
better than I did a minute ago.
Now's your chance.
On it! Ready for this? That'll do it. Ha! Ooh, gross. Get in there! Ha! Hey, this place looks pretty unique. Gotta get a good angle. That's that.
Guess that'll do.
spot. Let me at it.
Does that make things a little easier?
More than a little. Whoa!
There we go. Nice. Let's see what this is.
Yeah. That's close enough. There it is.
Just breathe, will you? You'll never hit anything otherwise.
Come on, helping. Ready? We got this. Ha! Ooh, felt that. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Hot.
Damn. Can take on bears. Ooh, feathers. Very good to have. Okay. This is clearly where I need to not be. Right track though. Work! Scout the area, alrighty. Let's see.
No monsters here, huh?
Were you hoping for a little exercise?
There was a battle here.
Looks more like a massacre to me.
Alrighty. Oh, God!
Don't just stand there.
Yeah. You're gonna love this. Got you on your toes now. Ha. Bullseye.
Boom. Locked chest. Okay.
Reasonably impressive, I suppose.
Reasonably? Kiss my ass. Let's see. What do we got here?
Whoa. New necklace.
Huh. What's this?
Fascinating. So something over here. Okay. That was fun.
Don't get getting all maudlin, will you?
We need to get out of here now.
Indeed. That kind of magic requires more.
Uh-oh. Ah, and that's that.
Now's your chance.
On it! Good night! Alright! Yeah! Yeah!
Work. Oh. Praenost, we finally made it. Took us long enough. Took us long enough to get
Cuff.
here.
So, how come you came to Athia back whenever that was?
What do you mean?
You said you came here from somewhere else, right? How come?
I suppose you could say I was sent here as a messenger. But by the time I arrived, things between the Tantas had deteriorated to the point where they had no desire to listen. They didn't want to hear what I had to say, so they silenced me.
Damn. So they turned you into a cuff? That sucks. What do you think made the Tantas go mad?
If I remember correctly, dissension grew between them. It led to a power struggle. A rift opened up. A rift from which the corruption grew. And where once they worked in perfect harmony, now they stand divided. They retreated to the safety of their kingdoms, and the break soon spread in their wake.
So did the break cause the madness, or the other way around?
It all seems to have happened at around the same time. What's so special about this New York of yours, then?
Central Park in the fall. Oh, and Knish.
Knish?
Potato pockets of toasty heaven. My troubles seem to disappear for the 3 to 5 minutes it takes for me to demolish one.
You paint such a vivid picture.
Alright, well, we're here. So, might as well, I guess, get a photo.
Oh man, I bet the kids in town would love to see this. This'll be a good one.
Yep. Amazing.
Nice.
Passable.
Work. Oh, 69. Alright, moving on.
Huh? Incoming! Whoa!
Wow, that was quick.
I can't keep you safe from harm forever, you know.
Why the hell not?
That was not good. Not good at all. And I thought I was doing just fine. Oof. I'm just not doing good, period. Okay, let's see. Do you see how much mana this is? This is breathtaking. Alright, let's go inside here.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's see. And yes. Yes. Let's see. Yep. Hell yes. Alrighty. A troop of soldiers were dispatched to a village in a far-flung corner of Praenost to further investigate the miasma. Certain of the villagers have come into contact with a mysterious mist and began to lose their memories, assailed by terrifying visions all the while. Their affliction only worsened, and after several days they had grown frenzied and uncontrollably violent, attacking friends and neighbors indiscriminately. The soldiers stepped in to protect the people, but their bravery availed them not. Each and every one of them was killed. Oh dear. That's never good. Oh, nice. Awesome. Gotta love more refuges.
Got some time to kill. Could read a book.
Alrighty, so we've got flow, it's all done, so now we can upgrade. Nice. Alright, so I definitely want to accept build up power and damage enemies. Oh, I can have 3 at a time? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Yeah, let's do that. Absorb enemies, build up power and strike enemies from beyond, attack enemies well before me. Magic parkour. Let's do another one of that. Yes. Alrighty. Upgrade. If you complete a spellcraft challenge, you'll be able to upgrade the related spell in the magic section.
Practice makes perfect.
Indeed. So now if we go over to magic. Now that's like bound. It's fantastic. Alrighty. And now I'm gonna do some more magic stuff. There's Genesis level 2. It's pretty good. Modify burst shots, shield sword. Yeah, it's like all important stuff, yes. Allows you to use your crafting skills to increase the amount by which the necklace and Pluto. That's important. Alright, well let's do this. I'm gonna upgrade burst shot. And I'm also gonna get no. Implant. And that is all we will need. For now. And I'm gonna rest to heal my health and everything. I need some me time, okay? Man, do we have quite the journey ahead of us. It's crazy. I thought that was something I needed for reading purposes, but we're good. Alright, let's do it. Out into the wilderness. I do see that ahead of me, and I am curious to see as to what the... Oh, hello.
Ready? Let me at it.
Oh! I don't like the look of this. That kind of magic requires more range. Tired after that little performance?
Hey, I'm always tired.
All's well then. Wonderful.
Alright, I'm gonna see this little town here.
This one certainly stands out from the crowd.
Whoopee!
Just do what you do best.
That'll do it. Nope, not working.
Come on.
Here it comes. That's not doing much. Yeah.
Work.
What the hell?
Oh, good. I have an ally. Alright, when enemies of different kinds meet, they may start fighting, allowing them to wear another one down before yes.
Something tells me this little lot aren't too fond.
Good. Let's use it to our advantage. Whoa! This is gonna sting! Alright. That'll do it. Ah! Enjoy! My ace in the hole! Hey,
Are you sure you're feeling fighting fit?
what does it matter? Still gotta do this, right? Stay back! Yeah.
I can't keep you safe from harm forever, you know.
Why the hell not? That's close enough. Damn. Let's get back in this. I fucking know already.
Ugh. That was a little much.
Do I sense you getting better at this, Frey?
How could I not? It's that or get my ass whooped. Let's see. What do we got here?
Surge magic recharge rate boosted when cuff blocks. I think I found my new one, baby. Oh, yes. Aha.
I wonder if there's anybody here.
Shut up, you're freaking me out.
Did you find something?
Oh yeah, that tower. I was like, where am I going? What about that tower right there?
Ah! 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 Ah!
Frey, would you mind going and taking a closer look at that tower?
That's what I was gonna do.
I think it might help us get a better sense of our surroundings.
You don't expect me to climb that, do you?
Belfries. Perform a cuff scan at any of the belfries located, and you'll be able to get an overview of the entire area. Oh, very nice. Oh, wow. That's really helpful. Oh, there's a lot of things over there. Yes, place marker, place marker. Place marker. Don't place that marker. Place that marker. Yes. Oh, yeah, where's my first one? Don't place that marker. Cool, there are things to do now, so...
You're on Sila's turf now. I imagine her minions will be coming after you with a vengeance.
Those insane soldiers, you mean?
The very same. Try not to get murdered, won't you?
I'll see what I can do.
Alright. We're making it work. Alright, our next destination.
This place sure is something.
It does rather pique one's interest.
Another labyrinth. I think I should go inside. We're doing a lot in this episode. As I'm just fast forwarding through all of this as we progress through this episode, I want to make sure that I give you the main highlights of everything that we do, so yes.
This place gives me the creeps.
Stay on your guard. I sense enemies ahead.
Not a great welcome.
At least you got a welcome.
Oh, yeah. Got him.
You seem to have wrapped that up nicely.
Here it comes. Ready? Path splits here.
Choices, choices.
Alright.
What's this doing here?
Who cares? I'll take it.
Period. Especially when we have a boss at the end of this. Oh, yes, Mom.
Check this out.
Perhaps it was worth coming here after all.
Look at all this mana! Like, oh my god! Jeez. Like, oh my lord.
Dead end.
Then I suppose we turn back.
Well, hold on.
Shit. Looks like some kind of lock.
Puzzle, eh? Oh! I had no idea what I was doing, but okay.
Ring.
Poor lock never stood a chance.
Oh, a coin. Nice. Alright, well, let's see if we can find our way. Ah, there is this door. Alright. Next room enemies, here I come.
Are they sleeping?
Maybe we should just tiptoe past them.
Or...
This one's going to be a chore.
Not the pep talk I needed.
That kind of magic requires more range.
Kind of guessed that already.
Woohoo!
That's it. It's coming. Here it comes. Yeah. And that's that. Whoa. Stop.
Hey, yo! Alright, Oh, firewood. Alright. It's the boss fight. Here we go.
No fooling around this time. This is not going to be easy.
I got this.
I don't like the look of this.
Gotta be careful.
Alright, let's see. Immune to tangled, magma, imprisoned, confused, and stopped.
Exploit your enemies' every weakness.
Have you finally gone full bad guy? Oh, come on!
Ow!
Too slow. Ready for this? Cool.
My God!
Ready?
He always gets me on those. Oh, jeez.
Got a couple more still?
Yes, but only a couple.
It's not much, but you never know.
Like, my God. Like, I didn't ask for him to just be so rude as to doing that. Woo! Parkour to open the door. Love it. Here we go.
One of these things again.
Well, it's gonna give you some lore. So let's read. Alright, to those who would seek to serve Athia, Susurrus filled our skies with fire and ash. The mere sound of the creature's wings filled our hearts with cold terror. Athia suffered, Athia burned.
Say, don't you think this demon sounds an awful lot like our old friend?
The dragon, you mean? I thought so too.
Would make sense. Would make complete sense if it did. A new, oh my God! A new, oh my God, I'm like just all over the place with like a lot of like equipment. Yes! It's fabulous, alright. Just see. Poison damage half with health is oh, that's, nah. This one is better. I like this cape better. Alrighty. And there is that flag up there. Let's see if we can get up there. Work, bitch.
Hey, a Partha. All the way out here.
Well, Frey, feeling lucky today?
I am, actually. I am. Bullet.
Guess it's my lucky day.
Nice! More defense. I love it.
This looks so different from Jamaica.
Madness is like a fingerprint. No two alike. As unique as the individual mind it springs from.
The corruptions prevented Sila's orders from reaching the garrisons. In the absence of their Tantas leadership, confusion reigned among the ranks. One unit leader made ready to evacuate as many citizens as he could to Cipal, but was stopped when certain of his men disagreed, arguing that their own safety was surely paramount. Though they had been deprived of their ruler's guiding hand for only a short while, discipline among the well-drilled ranks deteriorated rapidly nonetheless.
They just left them.
A hard choice to make, I'm sure, but necessary.
Gosh. Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Where did they even come from?
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
That kind of magic requires more range.
I kinda guessed that already. Boom! Okay, here we go.
Oh! That was a glitch there.
Looks like we're done here.
It does, doesn't it? Did you find something?
Grainstone. Alright.
I sense a hostile presence. Be on your guard.
Yeah, stay frosty. Got it.
God, this place is so far away. Like, my lord, it's open world. I mean, I'm alright with it, but like, jeez Louise. It's so far.
Looks like the...
What is that? A monument. Fort Crave, a limited... Okay, and then we got... Blue beads. I love traveling. It's so unique.
Look over there. What's that weird statue?
It looks like one of those cat things.
Ugh.
Is that a cat? In the middle of the break?
I assume that is no ordinary cat.
The Tantas familiars. They will appear near the monuments. To them, they stand in various spots across Athia. Huh. Oh.
Aw, good kitty.
Goodness, you're a regular catcher.
Alright, Claire, one of Tanta Sila's familiars. He can usually be found crawling around Praenost, seemingly uncowed by the break. Claire once served as Sila's second pair of eyes, patrolling the realm and reporting back to her if trouble was afoot. When she lost her mind of the break, he left her side to ensure that the people of Praenost made it to Cipal safely, but returned home immediately afterward, perhaps to watch over his beloved mistress from a safe distance. That's so cute!
Something about that cat felt different, don't you think?
Funny you mention that. I was just thinking I detected a hint of Tanta magic.
Huh. Could they be connected somehow? Wonder where it went.
Nice. Alright. That's pretty neat. Alright, well. We're getting close. Oh. Alright, there are places where the break is most highly concentrated and consequently the deadliest. This means tougher enemies and a tougher challenge. But you have to find your way through if you want to reach the Tantas' castle.
Let me guess. More weird break-related shit. Whoa! Huh? What the? I'm floating.
I suppose it must be something to do with how heavy the break is here.
Huh. No way. This place is so weird.
Yes, I'm sure it's intensely amusing. Now, shall we be on our way?
You know, just a little bit.
Wait, am I breathing underwater?
The thicker the break becomes, the less the rules of the normal world apply.
Well, not much is gonna surprise me after this. Sorry. That's close enough.
I can't keep you safe from harm forever, you know.
Why the hell not?
That kind of magic requires more range.
Kinda guessed that already.
Put yourself together.
No.
No! What do you mean, bro? Just because I sneeze, I die? Oh my god! No! I just sneezed! What do you mean, bro?
Wait, am I breathing underwater?
The thicker the break becomes, the less the rules of the normal
I
world
died
apply.
for stupid reasons.
Well, not much is gonna surprise me after this.
Look out!
Yeah, you're not worth fighting.
All right. You ready?
Okay, bye. Oh my god, I'm like amazing.
Click. Next.
You've got quite good at this.
That one was easy. I don't know about you. Alright, moving on.
So that's the fortress? Looks like they missed a maintenance bill or two.
Neglect has certainly played its part. But these are the effects of the break, above all.
This'll be a good one.
I love photography.
That's that.
Guess that'll do.
I don't like how quiet it is here.
I find it rather peaceful. Would you rather be battling more break beasts?
No, it's just, in horror movies, it's always moments like this when shit starts to hit the fan. And there it is. How did I get on this dragon's shit list? It really stood out for me.
It does seem that way, but I'd suggest you don't fight it.
Yep, I'll second that.
Alright, well, we're here. In for Praenost! We're here! Oh, God, get up!
Huh. What's this?
New materials. For us to use! I'm making it work.
Still no sign of Sila's castle.
There's no easy way over these mountains. You should head down into the valley and through that way.
Let me guess. You've been studying the map again?
Indeed. As you should too. Thinking of making something?
You know, just... you never know. You never know. Plus, the cat's my friend, so, you know, there's that too. Long, long ago, the Tantas created the land of Athia. As Athia's population grew, the Tantas created realms and castles and all manner of other wonders to make their people's lives happy and bright. Their work done, they retired to a wellspring wherein all things are reborn and settled down for a well-earned rest. That's quite charming.
I can make something seriously good with this.
I love nuggets. Hi! Alright. You go over there.
Hey, you hear that?
Here's another one.
Could probably chill here for a while.
Wonderful. I, for one, can't wait to take a load off.
Alright, here's another one. The storms that form where the break is strongest are capable of warping everything in their path, including the very land itself. As one might expect, any living being unfortunate enough to be caught up in one is instantly killed. Cognizants who have observed them from afar aptly came to refer to them as the Corruption's Rage, for their seemingly unbridled ferocity.
Take a load of what?
Interesting. Didn't gather much items, so, you know, this is mainly for, you know, having access to going down here. Work! Okay, let's see. Here we are. Alright, ramparts. The Tantas castles are protected by ramparts designed to keep invaders at bay. Okay, cool.
You never know what surprises might be waiting up ahead. Be ready for anything.
Yeah, thanks for the pep talk.
Work. Another one. Oh, two. I love having more than one.
Looks like somebody was expecting us.
Nope, there's only one way onward. You know what to do.
We got this. Here it comes. That'll do it. Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at all that dodging! Maybe not.
Got you on your toes now. Ah.
Oh no.
Ah.
Work! Ah, no!
Oh, come on. Nope, not working. That's not doing much. Ah, yeah. That'll do it.
There we go.
Ready?
Come on.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Woo! Nice.
So glad that's over.
Quite. Shall we?
Woo! We did it!
Hold tight. It's getting bad in here.
That was good, baby. Okay. Alright, in the further steps of the corruption, huge maelstorms of a concentrated break can sometimes occur. If you get caught in one, your health will gradually deteriorate, and you'll also be attacked by nightmares. Okay, so run. Herd.
What the hell are those things? They don't look like animals or humans.
I believe they are life forms born from the break itself.
They're like my worst nightmares come to life.
Don't push yourself too hard. Our main priority should be to find shelter. There's a cave nearby. We should hide there until the storm passes.
Sounds good to me. Lead on.
Yeah, so we are not supposed to fight the nightmares. We're supposed to run. Where? Nice.
I don't know why I want to go home. This place fucking sucks.
I do understand that may have been a bit intense.
Intense? That was batshit crazy. I might live on the streets of New York with a cat as company, but I would rather be there alone than spend one more minute in this fucking hellhole.
Well, try to get some sleep. Things will be better in the morning.
Yeah, sure. Much better. In case you forgot, I'm on my way to battle a boss bitch tomorrow. Fuck!
It's fine. You're good. Alright, well. That's good. We still got more to do? Yes! Just give me more mana. I like the mana. Give me the mana. Yes, darling. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. Oh, beautiful. Okay, well, that's good to know. Good. I did a lot of exploration in this episode, as you saw from the highlights of everything that was done. Holy crap. We did a lot.
Feeling better?
Not really. I had a nightmare and it was 10 times better than this.
Yeah.
It is quite beautiful.
Yeah. In a everything here wants to kill you kind of way.
No, I just mean that even amongst the madness, there's a sort of delicate grace. Destruction and corruption are forms of creation in themselves.
Wow. You sound like a serial killer.
What?
Destruction and corruption are beautiful forms of creation in themselves.
I don't sound like that.
You absolutely sound like that.
Oh, no, you absolutely sound like that. Yeah, see? Two can play at that game.
You're fucking stupid.
Well, perhaps not everyone has the sensitivity and subtlety required to
I see a
appreciate the
labyrinth.
beauty inherent in chaos.
Oh, baby.
Sure, Hannibal.
Who? Oh, yeah. Earth joke.
Bingo. Well, before we set off, we might as well take a look at this floor plan that Johidi gave us.
Cool. Chapter 5, Might and Main. Awesome! Alright, well.
Finally. We're going to the castle.
That was
Forgive me if I'm not excited.
pretty intense. The terrain around Praenost Castle extremely treacherous, partly as a result of the erosion of the break. Oh. Proceed with caution. Good to know. Well, we'll proceed with caution in the next episode. I know. You want to go and fight Sila. You want to see me fight Sila. I know. But then, like, also, how much side questing we did, and you know, other things we've done, like, oh my goodness, it packs quite a punch, you know, especially when we go to Praenost, when we go to a whole new realm. It's crazy. Absolutely bonkers. And let me tell you this, like, I know I don't talk usually when I, you know, am in fights and everything. It's because I'm trying to focus. So just bear with me with that. But, you know, I'm trying to get better at trying to talk while battling is going on. So just bear with me. I just like to get in the zone and concentrate. And then, so, words. We will save. Hopefully fighting Sila in the next episode. We'll take care of her, teach her who's boss, and we'll go from there and live our best life. Sound cool? Sound cool. Awesome. And also, while I'm at it, do I have new nails? I do not have new nails. So, we're good with that, I guess. And then, I guess, you know, they've got... That does raise that a bit. You know, that is nice. That is nice. While we're at it... Screen and... Yeah, let's just get these. Yeah, let's just get those just because those could be useful. Praenost Brass Hollow. Oh, interesting. It tells you, like, where. Oh, 2 things from Praenost. Oh, interesting. I have a feeling that this is not all the skills we're gonna get, and that this is going to continue to expand. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna continue to expand, and we're gonna go from there. And it's gonna be beautiful. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be all good things. It's gonna be all good things. I'm only level 12. I don't even know what the heck's gonna happen next, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I just know we're gonna fight Sila, and Sila's gonna die for killing Olivia, and we're just gonna go with that premise. Yes. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this episode of Forspoken. Please feel free to leave a like if you liked what you saw on your screen. Feel free to ring those bells, and you can't ring those bells unless you subscribe. So if you liked what you saw and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. And if you definitely want to be notified as to when I drop the next episode of this series, you ring those bells, baby. You make them run for everything. Whoosh. And then let me know also your thoughts about everything in the comment section below. Because we started off with Cipal, getting to know the town, the townsfolk, and everything. And then we just made our way here to Praenost, and now we're getting closer to Sila. Tanta Sila. We're getting close. She will be doomed. It will happen. It will happen. It will happen. I said that 3 times. But guess what? I'm going to say it a 4th time. It will happen. So, with that being said, as for right now, this has been RaisinBran. Thank you once again for watching this episode of Forspoken. I shall see you in the next video.